the latest and the greatest in gospel music from the Bahamas and the Caribbean, and we bring some of the most amazing stories from the Bahamas and the Caribbean to you. You're listening to Inspiration with Keith on Island FM 102.9. Like I always say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter what part of the world you are in, what time zone in which you reside. We're bringing a slice of the Bahamas to you live, right here from Nassau, Dallarsville Street, the Island FM studio. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday so far, and trust, I'm having a blast here in studio. We got something really, really special for you guys here. Happy to have in studio with us this morning the one, the only, and I'm gonna step it down. I'm gonna say the great Preston Wallace. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Inspiration with Keith. How you doing today?
Fine, Keith. It's good to be here.
Man, hey, it's great to have you here. One thing I love about every time that I see you and I meet you, I mean, you were just so cool. You're so smooth. You're laid back, and I don't know many pastors like that, because you're also a minister of the gospel.
Yes.
And what that does is it makes you really approachable. It means that I can come to you and I can speak to you about a problem that I'm having, or I could come to you and I could talk to you about this game, the game where the Lakers got beat by 50, 60 points again.
That might be your friend. The Lakers is my team.
hey, it's okay, you know.
But we can talk.
Like the good book says, you know, everybody, not everybody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
sorry, when it comes to that stuff, I get a little out of order, so you have to forgive me there. But one thing also about yourself, as a singer, you've been performing music here in the Bahamas and internationally for a number of years, and one thing that I've really come to value is your perspective on the evolution of the music of the Bahamas. And you were the first person that explained to me that the goat skin drum that's used in our music, that it used to be a part of our churches. Because I grew up in the Methodist church.
Okay.
And you can have any kind of drum in the Methodist church when I was a kid growing up. And a lot of people in a lot of different churches, different denominations have experienced that as well. And it always struck me, because when you look at America and you look at how contemporary gospel is taken over, and the rock guitar, the instrument that when I was growing up I was told was an instrument of the devil himself. It crafted that weapon down in hell and brought it up for man and called it rock and roll and all that stuff. But if you look at how the anointing of the Holy Spirit put on that genre of music has completely transformed something, that genre, and made it acceptable and upright in the church. For our music to be as accepted as it is now, from your perspective, like how did that happen? Because there was a period of time growing up where, as far as I was concerned, you can't have no drum in no church.
Well, if we're going to worship God according to the 150th Psalm,
Okay.
you will agree that all of those instruments are in there.
Yeah.
The drum, the timbral, the dance, and so on. So you're right on.
All right. So that's pretty okay. That's pretty cool. So one thing I want to talk about is your album here. It's called The Works of Preston Wallace, and it's essentially a greatest hits album that you put out, that features classics that deal with different facets of life here in the Bahamas. So what was the motivation for you to say, okay, it's time for us to do a greatest hits album and introduce a new chapter in the career of Preston Wallace?
Well, I have been singing quite a while, as you said.
Yeah.
And naturally, I have written a great many songs that you haven't even heard yet.
Yeah.
And so you'll notice that this album is labeled Volume 1.
Volume 1.
So there's more work to come, God
Yes.
willing. And I thank him for giving me the talent to do so, and to bless people with it.
Yeah.
The more you get involved in something, it seems that once that flow begins, the more you get.
Yeah.
So I don't plan to stop working anytime soon. I want to thank you for, you used the word a hit album. Wow, not just a hit song. That's very good. I thank you for those comments.
No,
And I hope
your
the
songs
public
are
is seeing it
topics
that
of
way.
conversation, sir.
Uh-huh.
Topics of conversation. Songs like "She's Your Wife" and "Watch Your Mouth." With those two songs, you took a microscope and you put relationships between men and women. You just drew so much attention to that, and to turn a phrase, you kind of play devil's advocate for both sides.
Okay.
You know, for one, with "She's Your Wife," you're talking about. Well, actually, I'm not going to put the words in your mouth. You tell us. You tell us about
She's
it.
Your
Let's
Wife.
start with "She's Your Wife."
She's Your Wife addresses husbands and fathers.
Yeah.
The importance for us to be there for our wives and children.
Right.
And Watch Your Mouth addresses the wife.
Yeah.
In the same manner, you need to be there for your husband and children.
Yeah.
And of course, I address the children as well. That's one you haven't heard yet, of the relationship. The relationship series of songs.
Yes.
There's another one that talks directly to the children.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one that talks to leaders of the countries.
All right.
So that's why you see that's labeled number one. That's quite a bit more.
Well, so it sounds like a lot of work has been put in for Volume 2 already.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm looking forward to that. So I want to take it back a little bit, because before you began as just a solo artist doing your thing, you were a member of the group, and you were the founding member of the Elevations.
Not a founding member, but yeah, I was there not long after.
Not long after, right? So tell us a little bit about that in terms of like how did you end up with the Elevations?
Well, when I got converted, some of the people in the church knew me, and so they put me in the group. That's the long and short of it.
Okay. Which island was this here in Nassau or where was
in
it?
Nassau? Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The other thing about the group that made them very famous is that we came up with two songs, I'll Never Be Lonely, written by my brother, Simeon Wallace.
Right.
And also My Lord Is Writing by myself. And so, yeah, the group became well known. It's the only album we've done, but they're still playing.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems to be like an influence of country music in
She's Your Wife.
Yeah, and She's Your Wife.
Yes.
And in terms of the connection between Rake and Scrape, because Rake and Scrape, if you look at the Smithsonian Institute, they list our music of Rake and Scrape, the indigenous cultural music of the Bahamas. They list us under folk music. So I find it really interesting how when you combine that country sound, how well it just folds right in with country music. Was that intentional on your part, or was it just something you said, man, let's just try this and see what happens?
Well, it was intentional, because you'll find that actually that song, She's Your Wife, was recorded with the assistance of American musicians. It was recorded in Nashville, Tennessee itself, the place of country music. So it's supposed to sound that way.
So did they hear Rake and Scrape music before you went up there to Tennessee?
No.
What was their response to that?
I can't say they didn't hear it, but they didn't do any such thing for me.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So like, what was the response when they heard it? If you can.
Well impressed. Very, very impressed on the positive side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, man, that's great. What we're gonna jump into a new song that you put here on the Greatest Hits project, the works of Preston Wallace. Okay, it's called "Lord, I Thank You." This is also the single that you received a nomination for at the South Florida Gospel Music Awards. So congratulations to you, sir.
Well, thank you.
And we're gonna get into that. It's a song that combines Junkanoo and Rake and Scrape together. So we're gonna jump into that right here. Keep it locked right where it's at on Island FM, folks. This is Inspiration with Keith. All right, that was Preston Wallace right here, Inspiration with Keith. That was, of course, Lord, I Thank You. The song was nominated for a South Florida Gospel Music Award for 2013. Now, you have an album. Now, people do this all the time. They do a greatest hits album and they add 1 or 2 new songs on the project. Okay. Now, what really got me with this is when it came to the drum canoe and the Rake and Scrape elements. It really felt like you were taking it to another level, and I believe that your son has a lot to do with that. So tell us about that, because your son Puzzle has been doing different genres of music, from R&B. He was with United back in the day, that featured on the Farm Records project, and so on and so forth. So how did you guys decide to finally collaborate together on your music?
Well, for one thing, he was doing music from a very young kid. I put him on stage at age 5 in the church.
Wow.
So he naturally grew and outgrew me, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
With the production of music like that. So why not? Why not use this talent?
Yeah.
It could only make me better.
Only make you better.
And I am very pleased with what we have come up with. He really just said, Daddy, let me do a track for one of your songs.
Right.
And when I heard it, I say, okay, time to go in the studio.
Boom.
He not only produced the music, he actually did background vocals with my daughter Shirley. So, and on one of the songs called "Coming Home."
Yeah.
So I thank God for what I have.
Wow. It's really cool because you rarely see a second or a third generation involved in pretty much anything, whether it's music or a family business, ministry. So what if there is a lesson that you could say that you instilled in Preston that's helped him to stay in the same field of area as yourself? What would that be?
Well, I don't know if I had to say much in that regard.
Okay.
I come from a singing family. I carried it from my father's house, where we sang together as siblings.
Yeah.
So me and some of my brothers. And naturally I carried it over in my house. So we grew up with this kind of thing all the time. I suppose he must have been dancing in church when he was in his mother's belly.
Yeah.
So it's natural that would come. Out of what you would have said, I can't pick the thing that would have gone home to him the most.
Yeah.
He would have to say that. But I do know he was always around this kind of thing. They went to our concerts with the Elevations and all of those. So he knows it all his life.
Wow. Well, folks, without further ado, introduce and welcome Puzzle to the show. What's up, Puzzle? Welcome to Inspiration with Keith, man.
Yeah, it's really good to be here. Good morning. Good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, everybody.
Man, good to have you back. Last time I had you here, it was with Demetrius Stubbs. That was about 1.5 years ago.
Yeah, you can't leave your sidekicks too far,
No.
Notice I got him again this morning.
But you've been a busy man. For 2012, 2013, you had, I believe it was 3 singles in the top 20 for Island FM for their countdown. You won a, was it a Cacique Award? What award was that you won recently?
No, I was a finalist.
Boom. Okay, you were a finalist for the Cacique Awards.
Yeah.
There you go. And of course, for my show, Inspiration with Keith, several singles that you produced, namely Demetrius Stubbs and Preston Wallace, were also featured in the top 20 countdown as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, in terms of your father, Preston Wallace, in your own words, man, of course, how would you describe Preston Wallace and his influence in your life in terms of music?
Wow, I there ain't enough time, there ain't enough words. I mean, coming from the man himself, which is the man right on the side of me, it's like, from I was a child, like he said, we was watching them do their thing, and we were watching them, do all these concerts and traveling with them. He used to always take me with him because I was his oldest son,
Right.
the same name.
Yeah.
Put me on stage, I stand on the side of the drummer, and I got an opportunity to watch them from a very young age, so. And he's always been a God-fearing man. I've never seen him drink. I've never seen him smoke. I've never seen him swear. So that is amazing. Rounds of applause for you, Dad.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it's really good. I haven't seen much fathers like him around that are actually consistent. Some people start things and don't finish things, but he got some longevity in him, and I hope, you know, for the I don't know what kind of luck I need to actually become even half of the man that he is. You know, I stand in the shadow right now, just trying to make sure my legacy is either as good as his or better than his, but very, very, very good inspirational father he is.
So, in terms of the studio now, you're in the studio with your father, with your dad. And what's that dynamic like, man? Is it like magic, or is it like pulling?
It's like magic. It's like pulling. First time I'm producing for him, so you know I treat him like a client.
Boom!
So
Wow!
he can tell you I don't pat no powder. It is either perfection or go home. Go get your rest. You're sleepy, you're tired. Your wife need to cook you some bone fish, but don't come in here joking.
Yeah.
I go at it hard.
Yeah.
So I rough him up a little bit because that's needed. I mean, when you want to get the best take, I push him really, really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Man, that's
Yeah, almost like pushing me down sometimes.
boy, man, I'd love to get some footage of that, man, or just to be the fly on the wall when that magic is happening, man. So, in terms of Puzzle Entertainment now, because it's not just from a production standpoint. Your father, Preston Wallace, is really connected with your brand. So tell us a little bit about Puzzle Entertainment and where you want it, where you envision it going.
Well, right now, Puzzle Entertainment is actually producing for myself and him. Sometimes Demetrius Stubbs as well.
Yeah.
There are some other artists I'm producing for also in Brooklyn. And there's some people I'm working with around the world, but right now just concentrating on getting the label strong. Puzzle Entertainment Bahamas is going to be going even more and more international, as you notice as the years come by.
Yeah.
Working right now with, I don't even want to say that because some of these names, they just want to remain underground until the projects are actually done. But all I'm trying to do right now is just, you know, bring a good product and keep a good brand with the Bahamas on the end of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's my main ultimate focus, and to get some more good gospel acts coming out of Puzzle Entertainment as well.
Solid. Looking forward to that, man. So what I'd like to do right now is ask if you guys can do something live, because we got you here, Puzzle. We've got Preston Wallace, and we've got Demetrius Stubbs here, special guest. And Demetrius brought his weapon. Okay, he brought his weapon of choice. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, and y'all don't know who Demetrius is,
I can find out now.
You can find out right now, man. So what single you guys can bust off live for us here in the studio?
Coming home.
Coming home, baby.
This is the first Puzzle production for me.
It was the very first single that we launched off here on the show as well, folks. So without further ado, from the works of Preston Wallace, Volume 1, this is Coming Home. Rake and Scrape, coming at ya.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right, people. You're coming home. I was such a nice child, growing up in church, attending the Sunday school, behaving right. My parents, they loved me. I was happy in my home. The neighbors were proud of me, treat me like they own. Well, had a talk with my Lord last night. He made everything alright. Oh Lord, yes, I'm coming home. And I was spent a talk last night, and I know that must be alright. Oh Lord, yes, I'm coming home. Yes, I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming.
Alright.
I'm coming.
My teachers were happy when I came to class, 'cause all of my subjects, they knew that I would pass. Hanging with the wrong crowd, straying day and night. Got in so much trouble, I nearly lost my life. Well, church people, I made you sad, but please don't do me too bad. Oh Lord, yes, I'm coming home. How to get my business straight, don't want to ever miss heaven gate.
I come in, I come in.
Yeah.
I come in, I come in. I come in, I come in.
Get tired of
I come in, I come in, Lord, Lord, Lord.
My
I
Lord.
come in, I come in. I come in.
Oh, sin got me all drunk up, smelling like a skunk up, but I'm coming home.
Yes, I'm coming home. Yeah.
Sin got me all rake up, I feel so scrape up, so I'm coming home.
Yes, I'm coming home.
My Lord.
My Lord.
I tired of lying, I tired of thieving, so I'm coming home.
Yes, I'm coming home.
Hey, come on now, 'cause I'm coming. I tired of cussing, I tired of fighting. Oh Lord,
Yes, I'm coming home.
so I'm coming home, Lord.
Yes, I'm coming home.
Coming home, my Lord.
Yes,
I'm tired of going home. Yeah, try. Coming home, Lord, my
Yes,
Lord.
I'm coming home.
Coming home, oh yeah.
Yes, I'm coming home.
Well, boys, I going in on this. I going back home.
Going down.
Whew. Awesome, guys, man. Thank you so much. That was live, folks. Clearly, that was live right here at the Island FM studio. So, look, man, this Rake and Scrape thing, man, people always talk about how this is an international thing. How Rake and Scrape and Junkanoo and how our music has already traveled around the world before through the likes of Joseph Spence. And of course, Bahamian as well. But for gospel, we haven't had many people in gospel music really take that music internationally like that. Is that something that you really see yourselves doing?
Well, of course. I mean, we want people to accept our work and enjoy it around the world.
Yeah.
So if the Lord blesses us, that is what happens. That's exactly what we were looking for.
Wow. All right. Well, I come into agreement with you guys on that today. Man, this is something that the world really needs to see. So, wow. Thank you so much for coming on today's show, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Keith.
you as well.
Thank you for the work you're doing. Keep it up.
Man, thank you. But God bless. Okay, folks. That was the one and only, man, Preston Wallace. You heard his music on the radio for years. Now you got to experience him in a different way, live right here in the Island FM studio. This is Inspiration with Keith. Keep it locked right where it's at.
Interesting fact. Before the dentist at Island Dental Center performs any procedure, they always check their nitrous oxide and oxygen levels, ensuring that they're full and ready at all times, which is provided by R&R Medical and Welding Supplies, known as the most reliable, efficient, and trusted provider of medical and welding supplies there is. Located at Montrose Avenue, contact us at 325-0258. R&R Medical and Welding Supplies. Let us supply you today.
This is Inspiration with Keith, where you hear the latest and the greatest in gospel music from the Bahamas and the Caribbean, and we bring some of the most amazing stories from the Bahamas.